I have to ask about the San Diego Padres, just your thoughts on what happened in 2023. When I talk about the Padres on this podcast, I get a lot of listens. We had Steve Woods, who does 90, the fan. And
great job. Yeah,
big fan. The thing that I feel bad about was he was like, I know I'm complaining, you cover the A's. And I was like, well, the A's didn't really have not just the monetary value or the players heading into the season. The A's didn't have a lot of expectations. That was very much the opposite storyline for the Padres. So what were your thoughts on, do we call it imploding? What do we call it as far as what happened with the Padres this past season?
I would call it imploding to an epic proportion. And I mean, you put that roster together with all those stars, you go out and trade for Juan Soto and give up all those top prospects. You go out and trade for Josh Hader from the Milwaukee Brewers. You pair them with Tatis. You extend Manny Machado, get Blake Snell. You get all these stars on that team. And then you go out and get who I think is going to be a Hall of Fame manager in Bob Melvin. And like that should have, that's your person right there.
There it is.
There we go. It worked again.
Bob Melvin.
No, we love it. But I'll tell you, it's that team should have absolutely worked, but it was definitely flawed. Like their roster was extremely top heavy, and it did not, like the bottom of the roster was not able to keep up. And like they had some good pitching for sure. Their bullpen, obviously, like the Robert Suarez, that signing did not work out, at least in the first year of it. Drew Pomeranz, I mean, that when they signed into a 4-year, $34 million deal 4 years ago, that was eye-opening in the moment, but they never got production there, and that kind of handicapped them a little bit too. And it was a flawed roster. There was obviously tension between Bob Melvin and AJ Preller, and like it was just a lot that went wrong. And like I said it even coming into the offseason, the Padres did not have to trade Juan Soto. Like they did not have a mandate that they had to trade Juan Soto, but there was a lot of teams that were motivated to go get Juan Soto. The Yankees gave them a haul that improved their organizational pitching depth that really intrigued the Padres. It got them some arms to replace guys lost like Seth Lugo, like Michael Wacha. Blake Snell is going to end up departing in free agency most likely. So they have arms that replaced those guys, and it shed a lot of money from their payroll and is going to allow them to reinvest it back into the roster. And I know it's been pretty quiet so far for the Padres, and there's been people wondering, where is AJ Preller? Where is AJ Preller?
I was just going to ask that. What's going on?
He's lurking.
He's lurking. He always is. Yeah.
Always is. But I will tell you, do not underestimate AJ Preller. I think it's less likely this offseason that he makes a big move, but if there's an opportunity that allows him to strike, to add a meaningful player, perhaps even a pitcher, then I think if the opportunity is right, I think he can pounce, and I think he would pounce. But it's definitely a different start to the offseason than it has been in previous offseasons for the Padres. I've even had some people ask me, I've had agents ask me, where is AJ Preller? Because he is not as active as he has previously been.
Yeah.
Probably at this point, it's just him waiting out the market for the prices to come down. But as I said before, AJ Preller is lurking. He's absolutely lurking.